A reaction has experimental rate law. Rate is equal to K times the concentration of A squared. And so how will the rate change if the concentration is tripled, right? So the thing to think about, right? So if you're tripling the concentration, you're going to then square that in that case, right? And so if you're squaring that part, then it's going to go up ninefold, right? So if you start off with a concentration of 1, right, and then, K, no matter what the K value is, right, let's say K is equal to 1, right? So K times 1 squared, right, is going to be equal to 1 in that case. If you triple that value, right, so if you go, K times 3 squared, now that value becomes 9, right? And so now all of a sudden, right, you went from something that was, at a 1x speed to a 9x speed, right? And so in this case, the way that the speed is going to change, right, is that the rate change is going to be ninefold in that case, right? Just by tripling the concentration because you're squaring it in that scenario, right? So if you were to, quadruple it, right, it would go up 16-fold and so forth, right? So it goes a lot faster in those cases. And so then the next question is, right, how will the rate change if the concentration of A is halved, right? So if you have it and you square the half, right, then it'll, be a quarter of times faster, right? So it'll slow down, right, by a fourth, or to a fourth of its speed, right? So it'll be 1/4, x, in that case, right? Because again, you're squaring whatever you're doing, right? So if you're having the concentration, so if you're going from something that was previously 1 to something that's 0.5, 0.5 squared is, what is it? Or 0.77, sorry, not a quarter. Did I say a quarter? I probably did. Wait, no, yeah, it should be a quarter. What am I talking about? Right? Because if you take, it's not, yeah, because it's not the square root of 0.5, right? It's 0.5 squared. I'm stupid, yeah, which is 0.25, right? Which is a quarter. Right? And so that's all you have to do is think about in those cases, is that in those scenarios, right, that's how the rate's going to affect it, right? So if it's a second order, rate for something, then increasing the concentration is going to speed it up a lot faster if it was, something compared to something that's just like first order. Let me see if the pen